Hey everybody, I am back, and today I will be covering the first big news drop from Pokémon Sun and Pokémon Moon. Let's get right into the trailer, and I'll just pause it whenever there's information I want to share. I've been probing this trailer for a bit, so here goes. Excuse my terrible internet, please. Here is the male trainer in his room. Now, the first two things that I noticed from this were that the male trainer looks kind of older, but it might be because he's actually not like chibi. He's correctly humanly proportioned. Do you know what else is correctly humanly proportioned? All the objects in the room are accurately proportioned to the size of the trainer. I think this is pretty big, and we'll get into why later. Here's Kukui, who might be the trainer's cousin, but is also apparently the professor's assistant, or like a younger professor. He might just be the professor, but I don't know. And here's what I was talking about. All Pokemon games, or main series ones, have been mostly from a top-down, bird's-eye view sort of angle. In this scene, as long as everything else of gameplay footage we see in the trailer has it in a correctly proportioned to a human, almost sort of third-person view, where zoomed out sort of third-person view. I think this is huge. I think it's a new camera style, and I think it's great, frankly. It puts you more into the world than a top-down view ever could. Next up is, I think this guy's name is Hala. I know it's revealed at some point in the Japanese trailer, which I can't show because copyright, but he's the guy who gives you your starters and might also be the actual professor or the professor's assistant. Alright, might be a bit late, but this goes without saying from the video, but if you do not want to see anything or know anything about the starters past this look, turn back now. Also, notice that the male avatar is wearing a blue striped shirt. That will be important if I ever find the detail I want to talk about there. Here's the grass starter, Rowlet. It is a grass flying type. It has the move Leaf Age, which is, I think, a signature move at level 5. Also, look at the battle. Notice that there's no circle under it. It's just seamless into the environment. And also, the trainers appear in the background. That is awesome. They've added a lot of detail to make it feel more alive, and I love it. And there's Leafage. Here is Litten, or Litten. It's a fire-type cat thing. Rowlet was a grass-flying owl. And it gets Ember. Here is Popplio. It's the water type, it's based off a seal and a clown, and it gets water ring. Here's the region map, and yeah, but all of it's very consistent, well-proportioned, sort of in a zoomed-out third-person sort of view. There. Now, notice how the trainer in all the earlier parts of the trainer was wearing a blue striped shirt. That is a black striped shirt. It's a really, really, really minute detail, but maybe they just want to hide that the best aesthetic feature ever introduced in a Pokemon game, character customization, is coming back. Please let it come back. Yeah. Everything just looks more real. It's great. And here's Solgaleo. At least everyone thinks that's what it's called. It's the Sun Legendary, and I'll go on in more detail once I get to the box on it. Here's Lunala. It's the Moon Legendary. And a release date for the American one is November 18th. And Europe, you guys get it on the 23rd. You get it 5 days later for whatever reason, but I don't know. So, like 6 months to go, guys. Let's get ready. Anyways, now to give my opinion on the stuff. First off, the Alola region, which I will probably be referring to as the Aloha region. Now, there isn't really too much to say based off of this map, except for one thing. It's tiny. I don't think they stiff us with region and give us a ridiculously small region. But since the Aloha region is based off of Hawaii, I think that there's a Hawaiian Islands theme, and we have a lot of little islands to go explore. That's my take on it. Also, the big city in the trailer isn't like a Castelia City thing, since you can very clearly see all of it here. In fact, most of this just kind of seems to be one big city, come to think. Alright, next up is Rowlet. It's the Grass Quill Pokemon, Grass Flying type, 1 foot tall and 3.3 pounds. It gets Leafage, which is a new move. This is my personal favorite of the starters for this gen, just because of how adorable it is. Like, it's so cute and it's round and it's got this cute beak and a bow tie. I love it. So yeah, next up on my favorites list is Litten, which it's also kind of cute. It's the Fire Cat Pokemon. It's Fire type, 1 foot 4 inches and 9.5 pounds. I think it would be a lot better if it didn't look so annoyed at everything. Because as of right now, I don't know, it's kind of cute. I just wish it looked happier. It's also got nice whiskers though. Now, one thing to note is that it's got the same bands on its legs as Houndoom, I think. Haven't looked at Houndoom in a while, but bear with me. So I'm thinking it evolves into a Fire Dark type. Other options are Fire Poison because of the quills on its back, or even Fire Electric because of this tail kind of looking like a plug, but I doubt that one. Next up is Poplio. It's the Sea Lion Pokemon, Water type, 1 foot 4 and 16.5 pounds. Where do I get started on this? I don't like it. It takes a lot of the elements that I already didn't like from Oshawott, such as the Clown X Sea Mammal sort of thing. And it's also the whole very obviously played for cuteness vibe. And I already don't like Oshawott, so I really don't appreciate a more ramped up version of the traits I don't like from Oshawott. I'm not too impressed by this. I don't like the circus theme either. I just feel like it's really out of place with the other two. And next up we have the box legendaries. Solgaleo, or at least that's what everyone thinks it's called, and Lunala, which is again what everyone thinks it's called. Solgaleo is a fire lion thing, which is pretty cool, and then Lunala is a galaxy bat. It's about the closest I can describe it, a galaxy bat. Yeah. They're kind of overdesigned, but I'll talk about them anyways. Solgaleo is most definitely fire type because it's the sun legendary. This little visor thing might hint at fire psychic, but I doubt that. I'm thinking it looks like look, like this jutting out things, and the foot is reminiscent of Terrakion. And then these things, like it looks like it could be a fire rock type, which would be a unique type combination that I don't think we've seen before. It could also be fire steel or even fire poison because someone says it looks like a manticore. Next up is Lunala the Galaxy Bat. I should so name it Ruse the Bat, but anyways. Yeah, the only thing I can make out of this is that it's part psychic type. A design like this, it does kind of scream psychic type to me because the moon and the glitter. I'm thinking for a type combination, it's either dark psychic, like Malamar and Unbound Hoopa, psychic fairy, which would just share with the Ralts line Save Gallade, or even dark fairy, a completely unique type combination. That would be pretty cool outside of, yeah, I think it actually would be pretty cool if it was dark fairy. But yeah, that's actually it. That's all the information outside of a release date. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Probably after Seattle Regionals, probably with a tournament report, unless more information is revealed. Bye!